keep our little global family here in tune with each other. So if everyone can close their eyes, please. I just want to give thanks and pay respects to the elders past and present, the original people, the Kaitiaki, which is known as the Guardians of Australia, the Aboriginal people. I'm here in Tamborine Mountains in Queensland, in beautiful Aunty Mikailah's home, speaking from heart to all of you today. I want to give thanks to everyone that has come on the Zoom to share, to feel, to be a part of this energy about here and now. To reach out to everyone's families all over the world and what we're still going through. To give thanks of being here, alive in 2020. To be a part of the change of action, to clean, protect, and enjoy our beautiful home. Aho. Hello, everyone. Thank you for all coming on globally. I'd like to give thanks to Grandma Anette, that's in Sweden, that'll be talking later and sharing from her beautiful book, Life Through Different Eyes, and speaking and channeling for the animals. Aunty Mikailah will come on soon. I'm in her beautiful home. She's going to be sharing about astrology, talking about focus and purpose of life. And you'll hear some words repeated from all of us when she comes on. Purpose and self-responsibility is what everyone's facing today. And my beautiful Roland, who's coming in from Netherlands, he will share some words and remind us of healing through music and the importance of opening, which I just did, and closing, and that balance, which is going to be a teaching that I'll talk about later on, about the balance of male-female today, of where we need to work together. So thank you, Roland. I see so many people all over the world coming on, and I can feel the energy. So Trisha from Canada, Auntie Fiona from Portugal. We've got Susan and Ruben, an upcoming leader, our young people. Peter from Queensland. So thank you to everybody and everyone. And there's a big number of people coming in from Sweden. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Today was a big day. I did back-to-back healings and just finished. So sharing beautiful energy out there. And so coming back to the heading of here and now, these beautiful people that are coming in under that heading self-responsibility have felt the calling to come and get support and also ask for help about their purpose. I'm going to talk a bit later on, but I want people to be aware of self-responsibility comes through choices of behaviours where people need to work from intuition, be around like-minded people. What we just faced in 2020 was a blessing in disguise about where are you at in your life, your walk? Where are your behaviours in regards to your actions? Which brings it back to your purpose of why we're here right now in 2020. Yes, there's a big plan out there and people can make choices about what they want to listen to, who they want to listen to, do homework to find out what truth is. And I'm not going to go and talk about what we all just experienced through this whole year, because I want to focus more on positive behaviours, about the word gratitude. And when people do take that step about being responsible and accountable, the feeling that it brings within you. And the energy of waking up your medicine is a beautiful feeling. And it brings joy, and it brings inner peace and happiness within your environments and with the people that are around you. And that's role modeling. That's about being responsible for role modeling, which ripples out and can change one person or many people, with you being grounded within yourself. And the language and use of words, semantics, is a really interesting one of how you behave and how you see, hear, smell, talk, feel, and digest when we action with words. When we say hello, that actually is already there, alive and breath, and Roland might speak about this later on, breath of life, which people take for granted. Everything is about breath. It comes from within, and it comes within. But the use of words and language, which we're hearing out there, some of it's true and some of it's not, comes down to how we behave, our self-responsibility, and our purpose on how we're walking and talking, because it is alive and it does affect people. So I'm going to tune in to the energy later and round things up around the here and now. And for people not to forget also that we are in a crossroads. There is more teachings coming. When we have a look at this, it's about what are we learning for ourselves? How are we being responsible for what's going on? And are our actions benefiting us? Number one first, our home, our environments. We have to look after our own backyards first before we can judge and assume and talk. And not to forget, there's a lot of good things out there, people. And that's why it's really important in the here and now to surround yourself with good people. Listen to positive energy that's out there. Remember to have joy. Get out into the nature. Nature is our teachers. It is what gives us life. And if you haven't gone out and connected with nature, please go and do that and enjoy it. I think on the other side of the world, it's cold now. On this side, it's so hot. It's like 40 degrees. And to remember that our beautiful home has so much abundance of unconditional love and resources that we forget. We have to look after Mother Earth that looks after us. And in the here and now, there's so much out there that are helping us, so much information, good information. And it's about being responsible for what you want to take in and not. I'm going to hand it over to Grandma Anette. And but first, I'm going to try and round up in a couple of sentences. Someone asked about what I'm doing out there in the global world. And it's not about me, it's about we. Everyone that just came onto the Zoom is being responsible in an energetic vibration and frequency to be a part of something that is important, connection. Let me try and summarize it. I'm out there with a beautiful team of people, like-minded people, bringing change, using our skills and our knowledge that we all have, and bringing new initiatives, new systems, new education tools, easy, simple, new systems of knowledge where we all are going to share that. So then everyone can be a part of this change if they feel like it. It's a beautiful place to be in. I'm so grateful for being alive right now and to have the opportunity to travel the world, to be a visitor, share, laugh, sing, and come back and focus, to be accountable for leading out there. And it's a good time and place so I can sit with my beautiful grandchildren in the future and say that I and we were a part of the change for them. So thank you. Grandma Anette from Sweden, thank you so much. You've been amazing, and your beautiful book, Life Through Different Eyes, where you're a spokesperson and a voice for the animals. And we're going to be talking and hearing from you about the wolf. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for, thank you for letting me be here. I'm honored, very much honored. And I'm so glad, Ivy, that our paths are, going beside each other right now. So for you, for all of you who doesn't know me, I am an author. I'm also a photographer and journalist. And when I was just a little girl, I had the security in my life. Growing up in a dysfunctional family, I had the family of animals, the nature, the trees all around me for support and for teachings. And the difference between me and a lot of other children is I never stopped. And right now, I am gathering my courage to walk my truth, to be where I'm supposed to be this, not only for the muskox, the spokesperson, but also for the animals that really not only need help, they really want to bring teachings for us in many different ways. And on the last Zoom that we made, I heard from people that it was very strong. And please, when I read, I will read from my book because it's hard for me to direct channel this whole thing. So therefore, I would like you to close your eyes when I ask you to, and start to have to be connect with the wolf. And I also would like to tell you that where I am right now, this part of Sweden, this country of Sweden, we have the most wild and wolves and bears in the whole Sweden. And I also know that they are not very far away from here, so they are alive, not only spiritual wolf around us. So please welcome and take a deep breath and close your eyes. I am wolf, and this is about how to find your own place in the family of the world. I am wolf, and our pack is very important to us. A family, and what bind a flock together, if it's composed of a bloodline or not, is not important. The important thing is the feeling of support and community. But wolves will not solve each other's problems. We are close without being selfish. It doesn't mean we do not care about the members of the pack or members of other packs. We know that each individual must stand strong, each one a link in a chain must be so strong that the chain as the whole won't break, no matter how hard it is pulled on at both ends. When our cubs grow, we let them observe and learn from the elders and from their mistakes. We build up both their confidence and sense of self, and they learn by being given lessons in the level of responsibility that they are capable to handle. Nothing more, nothing less. We speak through our sister to tell you that you need to reclaim responsibility and to grow in yourself. When you have a strong sense of I, you can stand strong. We see you stand and walk in lines, follow a pack leader who does not take responsibility and consequences for their actions and decisions. And even if their bad choices affect each and every one of you, some of you still choose to place your life in their hands. Taking responsibility is making a decision based on your own experience in every single moment. And sometimes it does go wrong. When that happens, you simply do it again and you do it right. It's not more difficult than that. Imagine a pack of wolves on the hunt. Each one relies on the others to make decisions without uncertainty or poor self-esteem. Quite simply, there would be no food on the table otherwise. Wolves hunt in packs. You also live in a pack of sort and need the same individual sense of self and confidence in the ability of every member of your family or group, as we do. The question is how to ensure the pack has the right compassion and a strong bond, no matter the size. Many different properties and qualities are needed in a pack, and they are all equally important for survival. Realize that one who you call weak and too emotional, perhaps, is precisely the one who can feel where the wind blows when it's needed. And the one who is fast to fight, who finds it difficult to restrain themselves, will stand foremost in the ranks. We see all individuals in the pack as unique, regardless of their characteristics. To stand strong in oneself means to let go of the controlling ego, the ego that puts the needs of the individual first. To have strength is to see and accept others, their unique experience and ways. We are all different and we can all contribute in different ways. I would like you to picture within yourself the old forest. The proud and tall pine trees with their huge crowns are just a part of a huge system of roots and the fine strands of mushroom mycelium which extends under the soil. When you wander into these deep ancient woods, you are walking in a library of ancient wisdom. The trees are the carriers of this ancient knowledge, and they are waiting to meet you. You who carry the need to honor your heart, no matter what your life looks like. If you sit down and look around a modern forest, you will see there's only one kind of tree, all the same age and growing in straight rows. The trunks carry dry and fragile branches. When the sun doesn't reach through the light will feed them the nutrition they need. The trees are fragile and brittle and are attacked by various parasites and diseases. And when the storm comes, their undeveloped roots in the soil, lacking nutrition, cannot resist the strong wind, and they will fall like the fragile needles they are. And as they fall, they pull down other equally weakly trees with them. Now, if you choose to go to an old forest where life thrives in diversity, you will find a completely different world Here lives both old and young in a huge variety. Here the roots grow deeper and anchor each individual tree. But the trees also link the various species rooted in each other. In this way, they stand strong on the day the storm comes, for that day will come, both for trees and for humans. The thin web of mycelium lives in symbiosis with the trees. And these fine filaments are, among other things, channels of communication between the trees, and they are located as a network under your feet. Think of it as an internet, and you will understand what we are trying to make you see. To be present in a forest can also mean to connect to a completely different network that which governs many people's life and everyday activities right now. The forests and the trees communicate, sharing ancient wisdom, and yes, for those who tear themselves away from the man-made communication network, the internet, something we look upon as a bad copy of the original. The huge network of knowledge of Gaia is free for all of you to take a part of. And this is the message of the wolf. Our sisters needs to rest and we will pull ourselves away. But remember, when you wander in a forest and listen to the sound of the wind through the branches, all this and more is there to guide you. A very tiny tree in an ancient forest, you are human, and you need to find your own pack, just like us, just like the wolves. A place where your unique talents can be taken advantage of in order to create change in which all links are equally strong, no matter how hard the wind blows. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Grandma. Bless, bless, bless. And to the spirit of the wolf.
Thank you.
Now I'm sitting here with Aunty Mikailah up in Tambourine Mountains, and it's been an honor to be here. We've been very busy, been in service, and I know it was important to bring her in. She has been giving service for the purpose of astrology, and it is in the here and now. And for those people that are hearing this for the first time, I'm glad you're hearing it from her, who I trust. And for those that understand this, it is a big part of the plan. It's not just what's happening here on Mother Earth or what you see. There's so much more happening outside our home, which we're connected to and a part of. So I'm going to hand it over and play musical chairs. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you stay there.
Hi, everyone. And it's beautiful to come to you from Mount Tambourine in Wanjerabara country in southeast Queensland, so from a sacred mountain, and to be here with Aunty Ivy. And thank you, Annette, for that beautiful, evocative, very evocative connection to the animals speaking and channeling through you, through your voice. So astrology is an amazing ancient sacred art, but it's an amazing tool for self-focus and purpose. And we hear many people say, what is my purpose? Why am I here? And it's a wonderful map to use, to look at through the right eyes, seeing it with the right eyes of why we have chosen to come here, and our focus and our purpose of how we take action. And I love the wisdom of the planets because they are our planetary elders. So more than ever, here and now, we need to listen to the voice of the elders, to the grandmothers, to Mother Nature, the nature spirits, the tree guardians, and this is the planetary wisdom that it's coming through the sign of Capricorn. So this is all about waking up our medicine. And when beautiful grandmother Annette was sharing about the wolf, I was translating it through my astrological eyes, because we're coming into a very powerful eclipse season from tomorrow, Monday, the 30th of November, for those of us here in the Southern Hemisphere. For those of you beautiful people and family in the Northern Hemisphere, you just take it back your time difference. It's activating a new eclipse season of Gemini and Sagittarius. And this is all about storytelling, education, and being incredibly discernment, using your discernment on information, how it's received and digested. And it's all about how we work with the divine plan and being grateful for choosing to be here and now. We have all chosen to come back to be here now at this great time, and it's using astrology as a very empowering tool to look at your behaviors, your intuition, your choices. We're all sovereign beings and we have choices, and this is the map, an ancient tool that's been gifted to us. And we need to realize that when we're in alignment with the cosmic energies and the seasonal energies and our own life cycles, that we're very empowered, creative beings. And when we use this for our focus and our purpose, we can change the world. It's about awakening up to what your plan is, your part of being in the collective for why you have chosen to be here. This is for everyone. And it is about your truth, your integrity, and what is your purpose. And if you are wondering what your purpose is, I really encourage you to look at the beautiful birth chart that you were born with. No one has a birth chart like yours. That is sacred and precious to you, and that is the tool to use. I invite you to explore it, to wake up your medicine and to use it as a medicine tool, working with the star elders, being here and now. And with the eclipse energies, it's bringing in awareness around our behaviors, how we process information, seeing with clear eyes, using our voice for our truth, and always being grateful for our experiences and for being part of the grand plan here for our purpose. And being self-responsible always for our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with each other, and our relationship with Mama Earth. And taking self-responsibility for the medicine path that you walk. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice. Yeah, so Spirit's coming in with lots of different messages, and I'm going to sit with that for a few minutes to round it up. Those of you that know me, I like to lead and speak with simple words so we all understand it, and especially our children. My purpose here has been to lead by example through truth with integrity, And what I'll be taking in 2021 with global projects is to guide and allow the children who in our culture are the teachers, to allow them to speak, to allow them to be a part of what's happening. Because if we have a look at who are the responsible ones today, in my eyes, is the children. The teachers are the children, the animals and the teachers, and nature. And so the purpose of why I'm here is to make sure that they are seen and heard and safeguarded, because they are the next generation, they are the future. So, in bringing that, wow, there's so many messages coming through. I'm just channeling them all in. Roland, my darling in Netherlands, you can share some words, and we're not going to close just yet. I'll come back in, but I'd like you to share your truth and a teaching, and before you close, I'll come back in and frame up what the other energies are wanting to bring in. So thank you.
Do you hear me? Yeah? All right. So thank you everybody for having me. Last time I couldn't make it. A bit chaotic at the moment in my life. But I want to actually go a bit backwards to go forwards. So the last time we wanted to talk about truth and what's truth and what does that mean and what is it? Well, actually, in my perspective and with I'm seeing now what's happening, that truth is actually, yeah, if we know the truth, it will scare us as a human species of what's going on. But that's not to make you feel how do you say that, scared or something. It's just that we are waking up from it, and I believe that's why the children are one of the leaders, because they have a different experience of the last 50, 60 years, actually till the 1800s, what's going on with this whole civilization on Earth. But the one thing that's true is actually our own body. And the one thing that's really true also about your health is your breath. And you see it now all over. Everybody is doing breath work, and it has a reason why it's coming out this, because it's actually the most fruitful thing we have to see where we are at every given moment, and how our body is doing and how our health is doing. In the next upcoming Zooms, I want to give some more teachings and some more practices about the breath. But for instance, I can explain a little bit. There's a lot of ways that we say we need to breathe through our mouth. There's a lot of, but that's actually not true, because if we breathe through our mouth, we do not get the most carbon dioxide we need in our body. It's just a little bit. So we keep very high when we breathe through the mouth, and we cannot get enough carbon dioxide in our body. So we're getting tired a long time. In certain sports, like fighting sports and all that, they use that mouth breathing because they need that quick energy to fill out. But in your real life, and the nose is really what you need to learn, through breathing through your nose, in and out. And then the second part is through your belly, so down. When we are born, we are actually like, and we are breathing from here, from our chest. And that keeps us on a very high, tense, very, we are getting burned out a lot. We are feeling anxieties and everything, because we breathe very high and we breathe very short through our mouth. Because if you see someone doesn't breathe that well, he goes like, and not through his nose, because that's what we do as an instinct. So to give you a tool with you, try every day, see if you can breathe to your belly like a balloon. Like if you breathe in through your nose, your belly goes out. And if you breathe out through your nose, your belly goes in. And try, this is a very simple way to, this is the very basic of breathing. But that's the truth. And then if you have a bit, if you are feeling comfortable with that, then there is an exercise to see how your body is in health situation. So you breathe through your nose, like 5 times, and then you hold your nose and you hold your breath. And you see if you like 10, 20 seconds, 20, 30 seconds, 40, 50 seconds. If you can do it 10 to 20 seconds, you are in a not a good state. You need to really take care of your breath, and you really need to take care of your own health. If you have 20 to 30, you're getting there. And if you are 40 to 50, it's more about the other exercises we have with breath. And I will go further on that in the upcoming Zooms. This I just wanted to share because I had a whole epiphany for the last Zoom, but the breath is really one of the truthful things you have actually with your own. Because a lot of things at this moment and in this time, even if you're experiencing it, it might not be true, but that's a whole different story. Yeah, and to collaborate more on what you can do, I believe we are in times at this moment that there is a time and moment for everything. So you need to be aware of that time and moment. So the one thing you can do for yourself in this time is to be ready in every moment. And that means don't get caught up in all the bullshit. Don't get caught up in all the news. Don't watch the news. Eat healthy. Be with like-minded people, like Ivy said. And watch and see and listen. And when you feel that your heart is pounding or your underbelly is going, then there is a moment coming when you are needed. And I believe in that. That's the sign of the times. It's not planning. It's not seeing in a few weeks. It can happen now every minute. And you need to be ready in whatever way, you know, in good ways, in bad ways, in everything. And then I think when you are more aligned and with the help of the astrology and with the help of the animals, with all those kind of tools, you can be much more into yourself, to be more aware of the truth. And that's, energies actually. And you feel that when you are aligned with yourself, and then you can act and react on it. So that's my journey the last few months is like to be very aware of things. And when that click comes, the window is very short normally. So if you react, you act, and then a lot of things can happen. And it doesn't say that it will not come anymore, but so there's one thing: take care of yourself, listen to the astrology, take care of your breath, and be aware of what's happening within yourself and within the moment, without the news and without be this, like go to Zooms every week.
Good man.
Yeah, thank you for everything. And I see that one man who I like a lot, who spreads the word out. I just want to say hi, Mr. Nick. Appreciate your work and your knowledge that you are sharing. It means a lot. I want to thank you for that.
Biden.
That's Biden. That's my son. He's here too. Well, that's it. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. And I will play some when we close. Oh yeah, a little bit about music. I am a musician, but I'm really a musician. I like to play simple instruments because I like the breath, like flutes, like harmonicas. I love the simple things that makes the enormous resonance of sound, and what's closest to our resonation, I believe, within our human body and the world. Thank you. Sorry. Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow, I miss all of yous over there. And I'm going to say thank you for coming on, representing the males, your humbleness and how you lead. And it's an example of purpose of speaking from heart, and that you do well. So thank you. You know, just to frame up some words, breath. I'm glad Roland brought that in and it came into the astrology, and it's also about the awareness of all of these masks. I'm not going to go into that, but to really do your homework on how these masks are blocking our breath and what that is doing to our health and purification. So it leads into the word purification, and we need to be really aware of our immune system and what we're putting in, and to look after ourselves. It's really important to keep healthy and strong. You know, there's more teachings coming, and we need to be on point and we need to be focused. And the word discernment came up, and you know, look into that, people. It's a really important one to walk and be grateful. And like I said, gratitude, we are part of the plan, and there is a purpose, and it's a beautiful purpose, and there is some hard work coming up for those that want to be in the front line, and those that are already on the front line. You know, as Mikailah was talking about, everything's happening from outside here and coming down, and it's grounding here again, to bring some shaking again, to remind us of this beautiful paradise we live in, for us to be accountable for our future. And it comes down to choices and self-responsibility. And the message that they wanted me to bring in is the importance of our children. And what are we role modeling? Are we being accountable for what we're telling them what to do? We need to really be aware of our actions and include them in and talk to them. They can feel and see, and sometimes we don't give them a place to talk. And some of the beautiful parents here have brought their children on. Susan bringing Ruben in. Our Bowden was just there before, and Bowden understands ceremony and has been watching his papa. There's Bowden. And it's about bringing our children in and educating them on what's happening. They can feel, they can see, and everything is in the media. Explain to them what's happening, so they can be in the same alignment with us. And yeah, purpose. There's beautiful things coming. I can hear Kerwin telling me to put out here on the Zoom some of the projects that are going to take place. And in 2021, we want to bring some new initiatives of collaboration and being mindful of sharing knowledge. Knowledge was given to us from our ancestors for a reason, to not repeat what they went through. And we have so much abundance, and we need to work together and use them wisely, so we can create different platforms. We can use what we have as best as we can to respect each other, and to be mindful of us as individuals first. And that we are all important right now. And everyone right now is a part of the bigger plan. And however way you want to walk that or talk it, it's it's about working together now. It's about working smartly and to create an energy that is already here and hasn't been forgotten. So we need to remember the beautiful things too. So in saying that, with frequency and melody, I'm going to ask Roland to close, and I'm not sure what he's going to play, but to also remember people to dance, to be joyful, to take a break, don't burn out, enjoy, meet people, and feed your heart and soul. And music is one of them that Roland humbly shares and heals people with, is his music. So thank you, my darling.
Right, I'm gonna play a harmonica. It's on C or D, I don't know for sure which one this is. But okay, enjoy. Gracias. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear. I forgot to also say thank you to our beautiful Aotearoa, who has been so supportive with the Zooms and you're amazing and your energy is wonderful. Thank you so much. And I don't know if anyone had any questions. Ara, did you see if anyone had any questions?
Thank you, you as well. I have not seen any questions yet, but if anyone has it, feel free to just type it out in the chat.
Yes, so look, I just want to say thank you to everyone. And there was incoming messages from left, right, and all over the dimensions and realms. And we'll leave it for the next Zoom. There's so much to cover, and we will do a couple more weekly Zooms. So thank you for everyone that's come on all over the world. Trisha in Canada, I think it's 1 a.m. Love you, miss you. And please also, like I said, if people come on the Zooms, as you can see, different teachers talk. We lead from heart. We keep everything simple so everyone globally can understand. That's how it should be. So bring your children in. And thank you, Roland, for coming on. And I know you've got a lot going on. So thank you so much for your dedication. Grandma, Aunty, it's good to be back here on these lands. I've been traveling for a while and had to go through quarantine. That was an experience in itself. So I came from beautiful Netherlands, and it was getting a bit cooler, to 14 days in a air-conditioned room. So it was like being in a lockdown in Vision Quest. And then I got off the plane here in Australia, and it was like being in the desert. So it's been quite a journey, and my feet have landed back here with my children and our beautiful grandchildren. So I'll leave just with a few words of be responsible for how you walk and talk, be kind, share when you can, and remember our children are watching always, and they are copying what we are saying, what we're doing. And so together the purpose is to be happy, be mindful, and let's create our energy together as one to bring a purpose of life and happiness. Aho.
Aho.
Thank you.